She was shocked after it happened. She was stunned. Well, now she's had a couple of days to let it all soak in and to get ready and to refocus and reset for this, for the 200. She looked good in the qualifiers. Now it's finals time again. Addo, what's your take?
Well, she's certainly in a lane that she will always treasure, and that's lane 9. But what she needs here is in the semifinals, and then she's got to set a personal best just to contend with this field, because behind her, she has the fastest woman this year in Gabby Thomas, and 2 behind her, she has Julian Alfred, who is also dangerous. She's the NCAA champion, and she has a faster personal best. And that's before we talk about the fastest woman alive at 200, Shericka Jackson, who will be behind them all in lane 6.
Hey, Son, how about this as we look at Gabby Thomas of the United States? The U.S. women have not won a world championship at 200 meters since the great Allyson Felix in 2009.
Co-favorite in this event. She has the perfect lane draw out in lane 8. She can chase Sha'Carri, the weakest part of her race. She's going to be able to chase the world champion and then get on the straightaway quicker than anybody else and go to her strength, the final 100 meters. So could tonight be the night that the Team USA is restored as champion? We'll see.
I just feel like Gabby Thomas has not been challenged so far in a big race. She blew away U.S. Nationals, but this woman on your screen is the favorite for a reason. Gabby Thomas has run faster this year at 200 meters.
And make no mistake about it.
And she's in 6.
Yeah.
She can see everybody in front of her.
29-year-old Jamaican wants a little bit of revenge on that woman right there, Sha'Carri Richardson, because Shericka Jackson thought for a second she had won the World 100-meter title. It didn't happen. She was shocked by Richardson. Here's Gabby Thomas. As Sonia told us, she's got fresh legs. No 100 for her.
Here's the NCAA champion, Alfred. Does she have one more big race in her?
Daryl Needham of Great Britain.
After making the Olympic 100 final, now she's made a world final.
This is Dina Asher-Smith, her teammate, who reigned supreme in 2019, but has had injury issues since. She was only 8th in the 100, so what can she do here? And also rounding out the field there, that's the guy. She's been one of the best female sprinters in the world for over a decade. Unfortunately, was in that 4th spot again in the 100 meters, and a tough lane draw for her there in lane 2.
One thing is for sure, I feel like the medals are going to come from the outside lanes.
We keep saying it, we haven't had a bad final yet in the field.
The 2 American women are side by side in lanes 8 and 9. Gabby Thomas in 8, and right here, Sha'Carri Richardson, the 100-meter world champion in 9.
Set.
Women's 200.
Shericka Jackson, outside, has already been passed. Here comes the world champion,
Shericka Jackson into the home straight. She has stamp on this event. She's going to go back-to-back for Jamaica, the first since Marlene Honey, and she crosses in 21:41. Wow, that is a meet record.
She is getting closer to FloJo's world record. She is now just 0.07 of a second away as Gabby Thomas gets the silver and Sha'Carri hands on for her 2nd medal at these Worlds.
That wasn't even close, Otto, and I could tell the way that she ran the 100, she was in the middle of the track, all of her chief competition in front of her, she executed to perfection. We just witnessed the 2nd fastest time ever run, and it was at a World Championship final. Oh my goodness, just phenomenal running for these women.
Look at Gabby Thomas, her mouth is wide open, she can't believe it. It's Jamaica, the United States, and 0.4 of a second in sprinting is a mile.
That is as big
of a margin
of victory as you will see in a sprint event in history at these World Championships. We'll crunch the numbers, but wow, for a race that we thought, well, maybe somebody gets close, no contest, Jackson by a mile.
And that's the last time you convinced me to change my favorite. Shericka Jackson looked amazing, but Otto, you also called it. Sha'Carri Richardson would need to run a personal best, and she did, and she got a bronze medal. So she's leaving here with a gold and a bronze. This is a phenomenal first world championship.
So here's another look. Shericka Jackson 4th from the left, was playing. I think she would have been frustrated by her inability to win and she came off of that turn and it was goodbye. Gabby Thomas tried to charge late, but that's a lot of space in between the Jamaican world champion from last year and the rest of the world. So she repeats and defends her title from Eugene. And the other women who run the 200 in the world know now, if you are not ready to run 21.4, you have no chance to beat an in-shape Shericka Jackson.
And think about this, Otto. Shericka Jackson started out her career as a 400-meter runner. No one saw this coming. No one saw that she would step down, much like Fred Curley did, and run the 1-2 and be so dominant. And I really think that is what has paid off for her in this 200-meter discipline. She is by far the strongest in the field. She has the experience of the 400 meters, and she uses it to her advantage. I definitely feel like she was disappointed from that 100 because she came out here on a mission.
Yeah. This is the largest margin of victory that we have seen in this event since Allison Felix in 2007 Worlds at Osaka won by 0.53. This does not happen often. Ingram Miller also had a big win by 0.45 in Seville, but wow.
The complexion of this race was determined, Son, at the halfway point.
Yeah.
Well, I would venture to...
Jackson, 21:41 coming out of Budapest. The world record.
With the numbers, though, Flojo was 29 in the year that she set that world. Shericka Jackson is also 29 right now. And when Flojo set the record, there was a... So, lots of interesting tidbits. But I tell you what, though...
100 meters from Brussels.
All about her business. She's already caught. Race is already over. This is Shericka Jackson. And man, has she run a storm.
Again, the world record is 21:34. She is out there. Everyone else, as she gets to the line, it will be off that world mark, off her world, as she breaks Sha'Carri Miller-Weibo's mark by more than a quarter of a second.
A ton of competition. Not that anybody's been able to stay close to her. She is living at 21.4 now.
Wagwan, my Jamaican family, and once again welcome back to the Yadi Reacts. If it is for the first time you are checking me out, kindly subscribe, like and share to my YouTube channel. And to my returning subscribers, I do want to say thank you very much for the love and support you are always giving on to me. Whereby today, guys, we're diving on to this race, and whereby it is two different segment of race and different places that happened. And whereby onto our first video, the video features a recap and analysis of the women's 200-meter final at the 2023 World Athletics Championships, where Jamaican sprinter Shericka Jackson dominated the field with a historic performance. And here she just, you know, humiliates Sha'Carri Richardson from the United States. And let's dive in onto the key highlights of the race, whereby we had the victory for Jackson, whereby Shericka Jackson successfully defended her world title, crossing the finish line in 21.41 seconds. This time set a new meet record and moved her to within 0.07 seconds of the long-standing world record set by Florence Griffith Joyner. On to the competition, Gabby from U.S.A. secured the silver medal with a strong performance, while Sha'Carri Richardson from U.S.A. took home the bronze, marking her second medal of the championship. On to the dominant margin, the broadcast highlights that Jackson's margin of victory was massive for a sprint event, signifying her immense strength and tactical execution, particularly becoming off the turn into the final 100 meters. And to the post-race analysis here, just want to discuss that Jackson's background as a former 400-meter runner, noting that these endurance and strength serve a significant advantage in the 200-meter discipline. And here, you know, Jackson potential to break the 200-meter world record in future seasons, noting that while she is an elite form, she may require optional wind condition around plus 0.5 to 1.0 meters per second to bridge the narrow gap to the record. And just to dive in onto more what was Shericka Jackson's previous career event. And before becoming a world-class sprinter in the 200-meter, Shericka Jackson started her professional athletic career as a 400-meter runner. Here in the video, this background in the 400-meter provided her with exceptional strength and endurance, which she now uses to her advantage in the shorter 200-meter discipline. And again, how close is Jackson to the world record? As I told you earlier on, following her historic 21.41 second performance at the 2023 World Championships, Shericka Jackson moved to within just 0.07 seconds of the long-standing world record that was held by Florence Griffith Joyner. And in it, while she is an elite form, achieving the record may depend on her optional race condition, such as receiving a favorable wind reading, is something that I told you earlier on. And who else medaled in the 200-meter final in the 2023 World Championships 200-meter final? Alongside winner Shericka Jackson, 2 American runners secured the remaining medal. As I told you earlier on, silver medal went by Gabby, finishing second, putting a strong performance to earn the silver, and the bronze medal was taken by Sha'Carri Richardson, took it, marking her second medal of the championship. And what was Gabby finishing time, if you might want to know, in the 200-meter final at the 2023 World Athletics Championships? Gabby finished with a time of 21.81 seconds, earning her the silver medal. Yeah. And how many medals did Sha'Carri Richardson win? Just to emphasize on that, at the 2023 World Athletics Championships, Sha'Carri Richardson won a total of 3 medals. The gold medal on the 100-meter sprint championship record of 10.65 seconds, on the gold medal 4x100-meter relay as part of Team USA, and the bronze medal 200-meter sprint. And yeah, that's on to the first race that was performed by these great sprinters, Shericka Jackson, Gabby and Sha'Carri Richardson. And here, Shericka Jackson dominated. On to the second video. Again, it's all about Shericka Jackson, whereby the video features a recap and analysis, of the Jamaican sprinter Shericka Jackson's impressive 200-meter performance at the 2023 Brussels Diamond League, where she ran a blistering time of 21.48 seconds. Here we dive in onto the highlights, whereby we have the dominant performance, and Shericka Jackson was in top form, effectively racing against the clock as she outpaced all competitors in the field. And there is the chasing history, and whereby the video discusses Jackson's pursuit of Florence Griffith Joyner's Flojo world record of 21.34 seconds, while she fell just short. Her consistency at the time solidified her status as one of the best in the world. And to the injury challenge, here we cover the transition from her successful 2023 season to the challenges faced in 2024. Despite winning at the Jamaica national trials, she was forced to withdraw from the Olympic Games due to the injury. And current form, with an update on Jackson's recovery process, noting, the cautious approach to return to the competition and the difficulty of returning to the peak from, the peak form she displayed in 2023. And we have noted and seen that in the 2026 season, whereby she has performed greatly and she is doing greatly onto the track and field, winning these medals once again. And this proves that Jamaica has got another mommy rocket, whom is Shericka Jackson, And what is Shericka Jackson personal best time? Jamaica sprinter Shericka Jackson personal best in the 200-meter is 21.41 seconds. She achieved this historic time in 2023 at the World Championships in Budapest, making her the second fastest woman in history, behind Florence Griffith Joyner Flojo, who holds the world record at 21.34 seconds, you can see. And additional, Jackson has impressive personal best in other sprint events, including 100-meter with 10.65 seconds and the 400-meter with 49.47 seconds. And if you might want to know more about the 200 meter, how does 200 meter training differ for athletes, they provided, video does not contain the information regarding how 200 meter training specifically differs for athletes. However, this video is about sprinters. Shericka Jackson 200 meter performance in Brazil, her injury struggles during the 2024 season, and her cautious return to competitive racing. Yeah, that's it about our video today. And just to wind up, who currently holds the women's 200 meter record? The women's 200 meter record is currently held by the late American sprinter Florence Griffith Joyner. Yeah, just keep that in mind. Often referred to as Flo Jo, she set the record of 21.34 seconds in 1988. Yeah, just to remind you about that. And while many top athletes, including Shericka Jackson and Gabrielle Thomas, continue to compete at an elite level, Griffith Joyner record has remained the benchmark in the sport for several decades. And may the Almighty, rest her soul in eternal peace. And to these sprinters whom sprinted onto these races, may the Almighty continue granting them strength so we can continue watching them, do great deeds onto the track field, and because we enjoy. So guys, if you have enjoyed the video to the end, let me know whatever you think about it onto the comment section so we can get to interaction or what you think, and mainly because your opinion does matters to us every day. Thank you very much guys for following up the video with me. I was your host, Yadi Reacts. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, like and share to my YouTube channel. And to my returning subscribers, I'd want to say thank you very much for the love and support you are always giving unto me. Always remember to link me up through my next videos. All I want to say is peace out there.